Okay, we're on. We're live. Hi, Burks. Hi, Tom. So, I'm Raleigh Brown. This is yet another in a series of curve flattening concerts. And the curve does seem to be flattening a little bit here in Pennsylvania. We're hearing that we may have to go back to work soon. We'll see. Hey, Dwight. I knew advertising a baseball song would get you here. So first song today is a blues, classic blues. I always thought it was a Brownie McGhee tune, but I think that the Big Bill Broonzy version may be the original. So this is we're a little closer to Bill Broonzy on this one. It's called "The Key to the Highway." I got the key to the highway. I'm billed out and bound to go. I wanna leave here running, 'cause walking is much too slow. Yes, I'm going back to the border, where I am better known. 'Cause you ain't done nothing but drive a good man from his home. Now when the moon peeks over the mountain, yeah, you know I'll be on my way. I'm gonna walk this old highway till the break of day. Over here, sweet mama, and help me with this heavy load. I'm due in West Texas and I gotta get on the road. Yes, I'm going to West Texas, way down behind the sun. I'm gonna ask the good Lord, well, what evil have I done? So long and goodbye. You know I have to say goodbye. I'm gonna walk this old highway till the day I die. Till the day, yeah, I'm gonna walk this old highway till the day I die. Key to the Highway by Big Bill Broonzy. Now this next tune, this is the baseball tune. And Marshall Lowe, I know you're waiting to find out what it is. And it's not Take Me Out to the Ballpark or something like that. And only Steve Goodman could do the Dying Cub Fans Lament. But this song was written by an old friend of mine, Jeff Deichman, and he became very interested in what was called the Black Sox scandal of 1919, and in which the White Sox threw the World Series, and there's a book and a movie about it called Eight Men Out, I think it's called. Anyhow, Jeff wrote this wonderful song about it. It's called Shoeless Joe Jackson. And here it is. Gonna sing you a song about Shoeless Joe Jackson. He played for Chicago way back in the teens. Some say he was guilty, some say he wasn't, but most everybody says he was the greatest that's ever been. You won't find his name down in that Hall of Fame. Kicked him out of baseball. They said he took a bribe. They said he took that money on those games in Cincinnati. But he might have had to tell that lie just to keep himself alive. Say it ain't so, Joe. The kids in the bleachers cried. Say it ain't so, Joe. And keep our hopes alive. Charles Comiskey ran a tight-fisted business. He treated all his players just like beggars at the gate. So it stands to reason, for to crown his perfect season, they'd be tempted to throw it just to set the old man straight. So Seacott and Gandil got it all set with the gamblers. $100,000, a few bucks against disgrace. And when Joe learned about it, he tried to let it out. But old man Comiskey slammed the door right in his face. Say it ain't so, Joe. The kids in the bleachers cried. Say it ain't so, Joe. And keep our hopes alive. You can read the records, you can sift through all the papers, but in that 1919 series, it was the Reds 5-3. Believe the bosses or the writers and the gamblers, the big money that condemned him or the jury that set him free. It's just a game, someone had to take the blame. Might as well have been Jackson. Hell, he couldn't even read or write. But Joe's resting easy, though they wrote he through the series. He played without an error and batted .375. Say it ain't so, Joe. The kids in the bleachers cried. Say it ain't so, Joe. And keep our hopes alive. It ain't so, Joe. The kids in the bleachers cry. Say it ain't so, Joe. Keep our hopes alive. So that's Shoeless Joe Jackson by my old friend Jeff Deichman. And I do believe Jeff used to make something of the fact that Joe Jackson was a really a great sports hero at a time when we were on the cusp of World War I, and America was badly in need of some heroes. So there you have it. So it's time for the instrumental number of the day, and I'm gonna kind of go out on a limb here. This may not be pretty. So this is actually one of my favorite tunes to play, but I haven't played it in a while. And it's written by Oscar Hammerstein and Jerome Kern, and it's, that's royalty. And a lot of times jazz musicians call it All the Keys You Are, because it changes keys 3 or 4 times each verse. But it's called All the Things You Are. all the things you are, in the key of A flat and C and G and E. If you were keeping score there. So I have one more for you today, and this is a wonderful song. It was written by a guy, I think from Minnesota, I'm not sure. His name's Don Lang. And thank you, Marcia. I appreciate that. I don't know much about him besides that. I think he was, part of the Midwestern folk music scene. And he just wrote this marvelous song. So. I never knew my granddad. He was always on the bum. Every September he'd grab him a southbound and ride. And along about Christmas, me and my brother, we'd get a few coins in the mail. We couldn't spend them, they're all he could send from the Mexico City jail. Back in the 30s when the going got tough, old granddad, he took to the rails. My mama was young then, she only remembered his name. Then Granny got work in the old canning factory. She took in some wash on the side. Promised herself that she'd never forgive him, a promise she kept till she died. So here's to you rounders, and here's to you railroad bums. Hope that you make it home soon. And here's to the women who married for love and lived with the man in the moon. One time near the end, he rolled into town. He was riding that Greyhound line. I guess he got older, them boxcars got harder to climb. Well, he dropped his last dime on a call to my granny, but no was her only reply. She hung up the phone, cussed him in German, but I saw the pain in her eyes. Here's to you rounders, and here's to you railroad bums. Hope that you make it home soon. Here's to the women who married for love and lived with the man in the moon. I never knew my granddad. He was always on the bum. The Salvation Army, they sent us a note when he died. Now me and my brother, we carry the memory of a face we never have seen, like some foreign coin grown cold in the pocket of a young boy's dirty blue jeans. So here's to you rounders, and here's to you railroad bums. that you make it home soon. And here's to the women who married for love and lived with the man in the moon. To you rounders, to you railroad bums, hope that you make it home soon. And here's to the women who married for love and lived with the man in the moon. So that's called Here's to You Rounders, and that's what I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope you are keeping well, staying safe, and staying sane. And if you get cranky, take a nap. I will be back on Saturday at 3 o'clock. My buddy Alex, who's shortened his schedule a little bit, is going to be here tomorrow at 3:30, if you want to look him up. And like that, okay? Take care of yourselves. I'm sending good vibes through the interwebs. See ya.